Well, hi and good morning. This is Pastor Matt from Malta Bible Church. Today is Tuesday, May the 12th, 2020, and we're going to be reading Psalm 39 together this morning. Psalm 39. While you find that psalm, let me say thank you for taking the time to watch these devotional videos. I hope they're a help and a blessing to you. Psalm 39, verse number 1 says, I said, I will take heed to my ways, that I sin not with my tongue. I will keep my mouth with a bridle while the wicked is before me. I was dumb with silence, I held my peace even from good, and my sorrow was stirred. My heart was hot within me while I was musing, the fire burned. Then spake I with my tongue. Lord, make me to know mine end, and the measure of my days, what it is, that I may know how frail I am. Behold, thou hast made my days as a handbreadth, and mine age is as nothing before thee. Verily, every man at his best state is altogether vanity. Selah. Surely every man walketh in a vain show. Surely they are disquieted in vain. He heapeth up riches, and knoweth not who shall gather them. And now, Lord, what wait I for? My hope is in thee. Deliver me from all my transgressions. Make me not the reproach of the foolish. I was dumb, I opened not my mouth, because thou didst it. Remove thy stroke away from me. I am consumed by the blow of thine hand. When thou with rebukes dost correct man for iniquity, thou makest his beauty to consume away like a moth. Surely every man is vanity. Selah. Hear my prayer, O Lord, and give ear unto my cry. Hold not thy peace at my tears, for I am a stranger with thee, and a sojourner, as all my fathers were. O spare me, that I may recover strength, before I go hence, and be no more. David does something, I think, that's very difficult to do. He's obviously very passionately moved by his thoughts and his emotions, and by his interpretation of the facts, of the consequences and circumstances going on around him. I would say that he is very moved because in verse number 3, he says, my heart was hot within me. But what does the very first verse of this psalm say? 39 verse 1 says, I said, I will take heed to my ways, that I sin not with my tongue. Alright, so his goal is to not say something and to sin against the Lord, against others, with the words of his mouth. So he makes a decision. This is the second psalm in a row where he makes a decision about how he's going to use his mouth. And I think David gives us a great example here. He's obviously moved, but he makes a decision to not say everything that's on his mind, especially in the company of those that he perhaps is frustrated with or angry towards. Instead, he goes to the Lord, and that's a great example for us. He goes to the Lord and he asks the Lord to make him to know something, or to teach him something, and that is that make sure, God, I understand how frail I am. So then it's a cry for humility. It's also a cry for direction. It's a prayer for guidance in the way that I think, but also in the way that I live. And he reaffirms the fact that his hope is in God, and he desires to have a close relationship with God. I'm like a sojourner. God, please listen to me. I feel like I'm a stranger. God, I want you to restore that relationship with you. I want you to restore that fellowship that I have with you. I want that closeness once again. So it's really interesting because clearly David is moved, and it's one of those opportunities where he's going to vent, and he makes a decision not to, and then gives us this example to go to the Lord in prayer, to be humble and say, God, teach me. How many times when we're angry, the last thing in our mind is what we need to learn? We're usually angry because of what we know. And so David says, please, God, teach me, and I want that fellowship with you to be right. This is a great example in Psalm 39 of what to do when we are going crazy inside and we just want to... It's one thing to be silent, okay? But this is an active silence. You see that? He makes a decision not just to hold everything in. He makes a decision to go and take it to the Lord and have the Lord teach him and remind him of how important it is to have a close relationship with God. Life is short. Let's live for Christ. Well, I love you. Hope you have a wonderful day. God bless you.